Hi Scorpio, and welcome to reading for January 2022. Another big one for you, Scorpio. Really great cards. There's some little things going on in the background, but overall a really good month January is. Okay, so I'm starting out January with a lot of work stuff going on. So I feel like you're doing well, but you're also having some issues with maybe some backstabbing or some talk around behind your back. So I want you to be cautious about that. And interesting that I see you doing so well and yet I see that. So maybe there's a bit of jealousy or something going around your work. And it does get to a point where you are getting a bit worried about it, a bit concerned, but then all of a sudden it sort of dissipates. That's really interesting. So it's only that very first part of January where I feel this sort of weird patch, and then all of a sudden it's finished. Interesting. Now, other things around this. I know I talked to you last month about investing in building or something, investing in the ground and the dirt. I've still got that coming up here too. So I really like that. So if you haven't done that yet, it's still on the table for the start of January. Don't miss out on the opportunity because it's going to be a great one for you. It will pay off in the end. It's full of abundance. I've also got the Chariot here, so I think about buying a new car or some sort of transportation, something like that. That is also coming in the first part of January, so they're big money spends in the start of January. I guess maybe that's why you're losing a bit of sleep over it, because it takes a lot of energy and thought, and we are a bit cautious when we're spending large amounts of money on these investments. But to me, it looks like they're worth it, so I'm not going to say don't do it. They look fine to me. It will all work out very nicely for you in the end. It's just a matter of waiting for that end to happen. So we're investing in the future basically in the start of January, which I really like for you. Now there's also some movement in here too. So travel, do you like camping and stuff? I don't know, there's something around that going on here too that's coming into January. Maybe taking some trip or something for the January holidays, anything like that. And then the part that I really want to focus on here for you, Scorpio, is the last part of January, because there's a lot going on in the end of January, and I want you to be prepared for everything that's coming for you in the end of January. I've got some really great cards. I've got the Sun, I've got Judgment coming out of the dark and into the light, and both of my Spirit cards, which is my Ten of Cups and my Fool, both of these cards are in here as well. So what are these things about? Well, let me tell you what. It's all about relationships. So I have a romantic relationship entering your life in about the last week or so of January. So the last half or so in January, I've got a new relationship coming into your life that makes you feel weightless. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's some sort of freedom around this relationship coming. But then there's also a dark side. This is fascinating. I'm kind of going to sort of just percolate on that for a bit while I figure out what that is, because I feel like this relationship is coming to you for a reason, because I've got my Spirit cards around it, so it's spiritually being brought to you, and yet I've got this weird vibe in the background of it too. So I'm wondering if that's just you being really cautious because of past relationships and feeling like nothing ever bloody works out, whatever. And then there's another relationship at the end of the month that is coming to a close. So we've got a new one starting and another one ending. So maybe this one starting affects this other one ending. Not quite sure. It could be an overlap of a romantic relationship. You know, you might be unhappy and you meet someone new before you finish the old one. That could be that. Or it could be that you start a new relationship and because of that you become distant from people around you because you can't maintain all of your relationships at the same level once you start a new romantic relationship. So then other relationships kind of fall by the wayside a bit. It's just interesting. There is that dynamic that does happen when we introduce a new person into our life, that can happen. And I kind of don't, it's funny because I don't mind that you're going to do that, even though sometimes that can be hurtful to the other people, but there's something about this that I don't mind. I feel like it's supposed to happen this way. When this unfolds, I think you're going to know what I mean. Even though it might not make much sense right now, I think you're going to know what I mean. So a new person coming into your life, which means you have to release other ones. to put your focus onto that one. And I really do want you to put your focus on it, because I feel like it's something that's meant to happen. And because I've got such great cards here at the end of the month, I feel like this is something that I really want you to give your attention to it. I don't want you to be half-hearted about it. I don't want you to be sort of, we'll just see what happens. I want you to put some effort and energy and focus into this relationship, because it's going to turn, it could possibly turn into something that's really quite good for you and long-term for you. And then at the same time, we're going to lose other people along the way. But, you know, people that are meant to stay in our lives stay, and some people that are just there for a bit and then they go. So it's just the natural order of things. It is how it works. People come and go, others stay. I feel like that's what I'm seeing in your spreads here. I've got someone coming in and we're going to get them to stay, and then as a result of that, someone will be going. So I don't want you to beat yourself up about this, because it might be time for you to just get a bit selfish around that, if that makes sense. It's time for you to be happy and just to embrace that happiness for yourself. And it's like it's time to do that. So when this all starts happening towards the last half of January, just have a think about that. It's the natural flow. This is how it's going to happen, and it is just going to be that way. So just go with your gut. Like when I've got my Fool card in here, you're going to know what feels right. You really are. Don't go against what feels right. Just go with it, and everything will actually be fine. If you do lose a relationship on the way because of it, then maybe it wasn't as strong as you thought it was in the first place. Okay, enough of that. I've said enough about that. This is an extremely positive month for you, Scorpio. I really like it. I've got a bit of a hiccup at the start and that thing at the end, but overall, a really good month for you. Everything is going to work out absolutely fine. Anything you invest your time and money into in January is going to work out for the best. Nothing here looks like it's going to, like you're going to fall flat on your face or anything. Everything is going to be for the best, and you will know it when it comes. You will see it, you will recognize it, and you will go for it. So I really like that for you. So enjoy these lovely new relationships that are coming your way. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next month. Bye bye.